Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. So I like to do these videos. They're called What Am I Watching or What I Am Watching. Yeah, sorry. I've been working on schoolwork like all day. My brain is kind of like dead, but I've not done one of these in forever. So basically, if you guys haven't seen them before, I talk about the TV shows and movies that I have watched. I would like to do these 4 to 6 times a year. That'd be like every 2 to 3 months. I feel like that'd be a good amount, but I have not been keeping up. And I think it's been over 6 months since the last time I did this because some of this stuff I was watching like at the end of the summer. So that's how long it's been since I've done one of these. But I have been keeping track of all of the things I've been watching. I have just not had time to film it. But yeah, I really like to do these. I really like to talk about stuff I'm watching. I'm really passionate about like TV and movies. I don't know, I just love watching TV and I love talking about it. So yeah, let's get into the video because I have a lot to talk about. All right, I'm going to start with TV shows. So Family Guy, me and my fiance love watching Family Guy. At one point I was watching, so I'm going to name off a few, and these I barely remember watching. It was so long ago and I haven't continued to watch them. So Good Trouble, Acela Racers, and Riverdale. Good Trouble and Riverdale I watched with my mom. We kind of got bored of them, and I'm not saying we won't continue to watch them, but we kind of stopped. And then me and my fiance were watching Acela Racers on YouTube. It was something he watched as a kid, so we watched some. And then I watched Teen Mom 2, Bachelor in Paradise, and yes, I was watching it when it aired. This is how old this list is. Bachelorette, which was Michelle's season. Vampire Diaries, so this summer me and my boyfriend watched Vampire Diaries. We watched all 8 seasons. We were so obsessed with it. Yeah, we just loved it. And then Vampire Night, that's an anime. I still haven't finished it, but I haven't watched it in a while. Eventually, hopefully I'll get a chance to watch it, the rest of it. And then I've been watching Hello Kitty on YouTube. It's like Hello Kitty Adventures and Friends or something. I don't know, it's like on the main Hello Kitty YouTube, and they're so cute. They're just a couple minutes long, and yeah, they're just adorable, and I love them. The Originals, if you guys didn't know, that's kind of like a spin-off from Vampire Diaries. Me and my fiance are still watching that. We've been watching some other things, so we haven't watched it probably for like a month, but I think we're like on season 2 or 3. And then Attack on Titan, me and my fiance are watching season 4, and I'm like up to date. We're up to date on all the episodes that are out so far. America's Next Top Model. So when I was a kid, I was obsessed with America's Next Top Model. I wanted to be an America's Next Top Model. I loved it, and I saw it was on Netflix, 2 seasons of it, and so I rewatched them. I had already seen them from when I was a kid, but I wanted to reminisce, so I watched them, and it was a good time. And I'm kind of sad that's not a thing anymore, and little me was just disappointed that I'm not a model because I thought that was what I was meant to do, and I thought I was gonna go in there and meet Tyra Banks and she was gonna be like, you're so tall and it's great and you're a great model and you won, but that's not how my life played out. So right now I'm watching The Bachelor, Clayton season. It's on TV. It's almost over. There's only 4 girls left. Dragon Ball Heroes, me and my fiance are watching on YouTube. I don't think we ever finished it. Like I said, we're always watching all kinds of stuff, but yeah, so we watched some of that. Hopefully we'll finish it. I gave in and I got HBO Max, and me and my fiance started watching Euphoria. I'm up to date on season 2. Obviously I love it. I love Rue. She's my favorite character. Just because of the fact that she's Zendaya. That's the only reason, but yeah, it's really good. And then since I got HBO Max, me and my fiance started watching Peacemaker, which is really funny. It's a lot of fun. We've only seen a few episodes because we just started watching it, but yeah. And then me and my mom just started watching Love is Blind. on Netflix. I think we've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes, but it's a lot like The Bachelor, which we love, and I thought it'd be a good show for us, and so far it is. And then I started watching Skins again recently. I hadn't watched it in a while, but it reminds me so much of Euphoria, and it made me want to continue it. It's just hard to make time for all the stuff I watch. As you guys can see, I watch a lot of different shows. So now on to the movies. Dragon Ball Broly, of course, watched that with my fiance. And me and my fiance watched all the Twilight movies when they were on Netflix. So sad they aren't anymore, but Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn 1 and 2. And that's why I started reading the books, is because I never sat down and just completely watched the Twilight movies. Like, I had seen some of them here and there as a kid, but like I never just watched them, like, you know. And it was honestly such a good time. Like, I've even made jokes about Twilight. I know a lot of people make jokes, but it's honestly such a good time. And like, I know I've made jokes about it, and now I wish I could take that off the internet, like making jokes about Twilight. And I said I would never read it, and now I'm reading it because it's a great time. Okay, so then I watched Frozen 2. I believe this is when I had my MRI. And they were like, hey, do you want to watch a movie while you have an MRI? And I was like, when I was a kid and got MRIs, I did not get that option. I was like, that is so neat. So I got to watch Frozen 2 while I got my MRI. And then I watched Due Date. That was a funny movie. And then I watched this movie with my fiance, Fun with Dick and Jan, which I don't even remember much specifics of that. I remember it being funny, and I'm pretty sure the couple, I remember them like robbing a place or something. Like I said, lots of these are from a pretty long time ago. And then with my fiance, I watched Major Pain, and that was funny. He wanted me to watch that. And yeah, that was pretty funny. And then we get into like the holiday movies like Halloween and Christmas. So Don't Think About It. That's a Goosebumps movie, and I hadn't watched it in a really long time. And me and my mom watched it, and I realized I get so much of my personality probably from watching that movie. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen it or watch it in the future. The main character, I feel like that's where I get a lot of my inspiration without even realizing it. Okay, and then I watched Nightmare Before Christmas, of course, and then Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin, and then me and my fiance went to the movies and saw Venom, and that was great, loved it. And then Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and then the Mayflower. They both are on. I have this like package of Charlie Brown movies, and those are both like on the disc. And then Haunted House 2, I watched that with my fiance. Then we went and saw Clifford, the new like live action, and that was honestly more emotional than I expected. And then Spider-Man No Way Home, I went and saw that in theaters with my fiance, and it was really, really good. And then I watched Shrek The Halls for Christmas, which is basically like a Christmas thing of Shrek. I feel like a lot of people haven't heard of it, but I have the disc, and it's pretty funny. And then a Charlie Brown Christmas, and it's Christmas time again. Charlie Brown, those are two separate things. Like I said, I have that like package of all the holiday Charlie Brown movies. And then I watched Home Alone with my dad. The Grinch, like the actual one, because me and my fiance watched it with my parents, because growing up I only ever watched like the cartoon version, and that's all my parents have ever seen. So they wanted to watch like the oh my gosh, I was just trying to pet him. I'm gonna zoom in on that. That's so funny. But yeah, so we watched it with my parents because they wanted to see that, because they'd never seen it. And then I watched Friday with my fiance and his mom. It was really funny. Definitely very inappropriate. Would not recommend for immature audiences or any young viewers. And then I watched the Titanic, because I've never seen the Titanic, and there's some movies you just have to watch, like Twilight, Titanic. I want to watch Romeo and Juliet at some point. I've never seen that. Like, it was just a movie. I'm like, okay, like it's gonna be really sad, but I have to watch it because it's like a classic, obviously. And So I watched it with my fiance and I cried, and yeah, but it was a good time. And then I did watch the Harry Potter reunion, and I didn't think I was going to get to watch it because I didn't have HBO Max. But then, you know, then I found out Euphoria was on there. I'm like, okay, there's so many things I want to watch. I just need to get it. So I watched it, and that was very emotional. But yeah, it was really neat. So yeah, hopefully the next one of these will be sooner rather than later. Hopefully within the next few months, because I do not want to keep putting these off, because that was like a really long list and I couldn't even remember. Like, I'm like, I briefly remember watching this because it was literally from like 5 months ago. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've watched any of these and what you thought of them, or you can recommend me movies or TV shows. I have Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max. I do have Showtime now because I got like this package thing with Hulu, Spotify, and Showtime. I don't watch Showtime too much though right now. So I have all 4 of those. And then we do have cable TV also. So any of those, recommend me stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.